Pangit kasi intention mo, Jet.
Sa
Kaya
early.
lang ata tol, kompleto din yun eh.
Tanga na ba't naka-ring of Regency Batrider? Para kay Wyvern? Yung meta to ah.
Lord, yan si
Gogo ko. Ouch! What a punish! Maybe first blood.
Uy, shoutout kay Boss Calbs, ha?
Nagpanggo pa rin sila, no?
Tampal puke.
Ano ba yun?
Dastos.
Ay, is
Kaya
Dyer.
naman sa kalagalit. Pango mid 1. Center.
Patay. Dadive.
Sub yata tol.
Boy mo siya, boy mo. Tango lang.
Nilito.
Nag-misclick pa siya. Clinic pa yung mango. Bombi. Kumakana yung ano, off-play ng ano. Malakas pala mag-off-play itong dalawa, JG Bombi.
Tampal
Tatlo na
puke.
to mid. Tatlo sa
Nakampi
mid.
ko siya na silver le hero niya.
Dodge.
Di alam.
Niya doon.
Hindi pa rin.
Patay pa rin.
ba?
Tagal ng tipin nila.
Buhay. Ngayon mo Jigman.
Patay. Sure yung Q niyan eh. Ayun lang, boy.
Patay.
Boy.
Buhay nga, di ba?
Boy. Ay, di
Patay.
mag-dodge.
Masyado na chip yan.
Tangin na.
Dinodge kasi yung flame guard ng puta.
Yung second
Dahil
spell.
nasa third yun eh, sa hill.
Ba't niya dinodge yung flame guard? Ay, yung
Nadadodge ba
second
yan?
spell?
Na-dodge pa yung swashbuckle?
Oh, pag madami kayo. Tatlo
Eh,
sila.
wala eh.
Bawal na yung sa Twitch tol, mababan siya.
Alin yan?
Hindi, manood sa Twitch.
Ah.
Spoil na lang. Pwede ba bang spoil?
Eheng.
Ehem. Mababa ng 15 days. Muted. Gago patay siya, no? Gogo, nag-6.
Galing nga ni JJ, no?
Galing, JG.
King Eno mo, JJ Garan.
King ata ngayon to eh, King. Gogo, naparotate pa nila yung Aurora dun. Duog-duog.
Armor.
Wawawa.
Mapapatay.
Patay ito, may stampede.
Hindi, yung Batrider.
Pagano.
Huli pa si Wyvern. Tumama doon, sa Carmel pa rin.
Tampal puke.
Uy, nakababa siya doon?
Ang babayo.
Tong may naman kulang naman niya doon.
Doon sa tama kalahok.
Mid laner oh. Kumakana.
Parehas mid laner, kumakana. Lagay ka level 1 chain. Ayan.
Tong ina mo, mga mid laner talaga rising
Maganda.
star ngayon.
Bagdok. Bigyan mo na kayo, no, tol.
Tong ina mo, hindi ba kakanainikan lahat to?
Oo, mapagkanadi niya sige.
Kapag kanana din pala talaga yan.
Sorry. Ano English nun?
Di ko alam.
Vagina
Right,
buwas.
Huli si Ken.
Huli.
Mga
Damdam
tol. Gago ka.
Grabe talaga si
Grabe
Chip.
talaga si Chip.
Si Tip Armeldor.
If Armel pa din.
Tip Armel pa rin.
Ang gawa pa, Seb. Ganda ng alchemist set niya eh, no? Nakakainis.
Gago, born rich yan.
Sa bagay.
Ina mo, dinudurog ni JG oh. JG ang kumakana sa side ng ano, Dyer.
Okay yung born rich mo doon, Gab, ah.
Born rich nga eh, malamang lahat ng set niya bibilin.
Huli ba si Oli?
What do you mean?
Oliver?
Uli,
Itlog.
tol, walang tatakbuhan.
And you wanna say no, what do you
Uy,
mean?
JG. Dog. Level 2 pala yung Q eh. Ba't sa'yo level 1 lang, Gab? Panis ka dito.
Hmm?
Level 2 Q.
Bigayan mo.
No? Hoodwink, yan?
Hindi ata.
Magiglipner yan eh.
Glipner pala.
Ah, okay.
Ba't mail na lang?
Uy!
Aroy Soy.
Tati Luli.
Ayun.
Grabe nga si Tampal Puke
Di
doon.
chain pa to.
Hindi na siya nag-TP out.
Mahal pa lang
Oo nga, no?
dyan.
Patay.
Kaya mag-TP out siya.
Enough yun, di ba?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Dalawa.
Second episode.
Ah, para patay rin yung
Tama na,
Phoenix, tol.
Boy yan, tol.
Eh.
Ang mamatay.
Tayin niya to.
Mamatay ata si Ken ah.
Boy din yan.
Galing ni Ken. Pina-force niya lang.
Orisoy.
Tol, ang sakit naman ng Pango, tol. Ba't ganyan siya?
Eh, pango eh.
Yun lang.
Uy! Gogo ko, GG pa rin. Sa ito? Ay,
Pwede na chain.
yun lang, di mo galing
Grabe din ang
mag-change.
chains.
Tong ina mo,
Ni-rush
GG
kasi,
garan.
ni-rush.
GG garan pa rin.
Hindi pa nakakuha ni Alchemist yung fake network niya.
Yan. Medyo fake pa yan, 15 minutes radiance. Tagal niya to. Binugbog pala talaga. Bombi pa rin pala talaga. Bombi
Bombit.
GG. Ay, huli. What a
Uy,
curse,
what a curse,
man.
one!
Kaso, Chip Armel, tang ina talaga nito ni Tip.
Ganda nung ikot nyo, tol.
Kaso, walang damage, tol.
Solid naman.
Lang, nahihil lang.
Ni-unis the shit nga, tol.
Tang ina
Nako.
mo. Bosong-boso,
Sorry,
parang
sweet.
basang libro.
Nako.
Tang ina
Ayun
mo,
na,
libro.
23.
Pero basta, uy, gago, 5v2.
Patay yata si CDR King.
CDR King.
Laban mo na, tol.
Pinlaiteran yung muka.
Tong ina mo.
4 Pinoy
GG
versus
GG
1
garan.
Pinoy. Sino ang
Basta
tama?
Birkenstock is doing it.
Tong ina mo. Pag ganyan network ng Alke, medyo sad na tan.
Orisoy. Ready sila. Ready sa pango.
Parang mabubuo
Galing
agad
din yung
ng Hillstorm.
Magnus.
Tong ina, parang hindi na naman kayo magkakatapat niyan. Blacklist Aurora. Kailan ba kayo maglalaban?
Para ka
Ano?
malaglasag.
Ano?
Sino makaway mo? Hala, maglilink yan si Ember?
Oo, pati yung Magnus.
Para sa ano ata? Uy, may RP sa baba.
Ay, sino na RP? Si
Ay,
All
23
Game
tol.
Pistol. Hindi kita ng cameraman. Tol, patay si Ken.
Ibig tumakbo?
Pangit ng cameraman.
Saka na si 4K Gold, wala siyang item eh. Oh. Ayaw niya man lang kunin yung Perseverance, Ultimate Orb.
Sino?
Eh Ken, gusto niya buo agad pag kinuha niya.
Gusto niya catch, tol.
Yan kaya nga. Pero kung ganun nga, yung Orchid build maganda.
Pag yung talent na yan.
Pag mag-harpoon ka, ano eh, yung talent na skewer.
Si Bombit, tol, ang iinis lang talaga.
Nakuha ba niya, Tal? Hindi ko nakita eh.
Hindi. Nakuha naman ng Alec.
Kung ino mo, pinupulan po. Kaso si Ken papansin. Hindi-deny na nga ng wave eh.
Ano mo? Yun is doing it.
Bakit yung Alke parang Alke ni Yowe? Minimum wage.
Eh, gumaling, gumaling.
Gumaling
na.
Sa SB ko, eh.
Gumaling ka rin.
Tampal poke.
Bota yung bot. Uy, nice stun. Rolling in the mid with the
I
egg.
say sorry.
Di dalawan lang.
Lalaban pa ba ba?
Laban pa yan, tol. Laban pa yan.
Excuse me.
Hindi ko nagkakatansya.
Swang tol.
Katay si Chip, tol.
Uy, wag kang mag-spoil!
Anong short ni
Sabi mo,
Magnus?
pare-pareho
Yung
tayo
shockwave?
nanonood.
75% lang.
Eh, huli sa baba. Nagkakagarian.
Mamatay yan. Hindi ko na pa di siya item.
Hindi siya bumibili.
Ano yan? Susuotin niya ng isang beses?
Kaya
Patay
nga,
si Chip
gusto niya.
Armel.
Oh, tol, gusto niya ng cash.
Tong ina mo, Bombi!
Okay naman, Bombits.
Tong
Ano
ina
mo,
mo.
Bombits.
Nagka-smoke oh.
Tong
Nagka-smoke.
ina mo.
Pagulat
Tampal po,
yan, tol, no? Jinkin agad, di nila alam, no? Jinkin agad, ah. Mura pala yun.
Sabi ko sa inyo, benta game 1 tapos all in Aurora game 2-3.
Sabi
Ano, may
mo,
nagbebenta pa ba?
Sabihan mo yung nanay mo, tanga.
Nanay mo.
Nakatulog?
Eh, Nagar!
Gusto siya, boom.
Nag-rolling in the dip na.
Uy, gago.
Gago.
Sira yung
May
backline.
BKB yan, may BKB si Luna.
Naiwan si CDR, Gar.
Ay, nag-BKB na agad si CDR.
May Aegis pa to, Gar. Sayang ata, Gar.
Okay lang, okay lang.
Gago, magulo yung
Pinaka-curse.
Ay,
Dalawa.
first, dalawa, tol. RP, dalawa.
RP.
Ang aga ba?
Nagkasabay yung bushwhack RP, tol.
Ang aga naman.
Nagko-connect.
Patay pa rin naman?
Ako po.
Ay, boy,
Oo,
boy, boy.
naibig si Chip. Patay!
Buy ship. Patay yung Luna.
Kaso nabatay si Luna. Parang napaaga RP niya doon. May curse pa ata.
Grabe. Ganda
Meron
naman
pa
ang
nga.
bitawan ng Lenkin doon.
Blanket. Blanket spear.
Lane,
Dalawa.
elsewhere.
Length
Kahit
na
ata yung sharpshooter boss, di kumonek eh.
Ay, patay.
Ano yata Savage tan? Savage lang.
Fire dead
Sino?
Blink cam.
Tangina ni JG. On fire, tol.
Grabe
Hindi,
si
yan na si
JG.
Chip.
Kaso,
Buti
takbo
pala
na
tinanggal si Bimbo, no?
Auto Ken.
Bimbo is...
Bullet ka na siya, Parmel.
Nagkagulo lang sila doon. Sige, JG, okay lang yan.
Asa na kaya si Enryu? Last time na nakita ko yun, pumayat na eh.
Thank you, ate.
Ginawa ba ng mga anime yung Dota?
Bakit?
Nunod lahat sa magagandang
Yung
laban.
wisdom rune na tol, oh. Yung mga
Wisdom
tatay
rune?
dito, tol. Dahil ako dito.
Ang BKB ang Magnus, pre.
Shield rune,
Paalala
tol,
ko.
eh. Eh, tumalon.
Sige tol, abandon ako na tol. May abandon naman ako eh.
Wala. Lamang dito yung ano. Wyvern, mahuli. Yun,
Wala, panalo ano dyan, Neon
Castaway.
tol.
Kunyari, castaway.
Panalo Neon dyan,
Panalo
tol.
niyan, panalo niyan.
Yes, darling.
Ay, mamamatay yung mga support.
Panalo nga
Eh,
Neon,
GG!
ba?
Ay, tama din nila.
Best target.
Wala.
Yung RP si Savage.
Tol, may abandon ako tol. Abandon ako.
Kabisado niya yung ano. Wave skewer, favorite niya yun. Uy,
Car.
may si Luna.
Ha? Yun mo ka, lalagyan mo ng mangga yan, no? Lalagyan mo ng mangga.
Ay, gawag yung cellphone ko pala dyan.
Tol, 2v,
Kunin ko na.
2v4 tol. Solid yung
Hindi,
dalawa.
GG is the shit, tol.
Hindi ako na lang yung maabot. Oo.
Naglag tol.
Para
Nag-iipon naman si Ken, ano kaya next item niya? Maelstrom, di ba?
Ay, magkakaklash po.
Tulog ko kasi tol, di ka
Ba't ayaw niya bumili
tumatama.
lagi? Si Tropa?
Ang ino mo, nahalaman
Gusto
ako.
niya
nakita
lagi
mo.
Revenant buyback.
Ah.
Tol.
Uy, tong ina mo. Ganda ng huli niya dun, tol.
Donated $10.
Ay. Lay ng itlog, tol.
Wag ka mantok. Teka sa'yo, tol, Ralph.
Walang curse.
Tong ina mo,
Wag
kasaway.
ka mantok.
Narantado ka doon.
Tangin na JG gago, sobrang galing.
Baka
GG.
JG talaga eh.
JG is the shish. Kung ganyan nga gusto gawin niya, i-day skewer talent pa din, no?
Picture rin dyan, Wick, tal. Kasi yung ano niya, yung pangalan niya yung parang dash lang.
Tingin nyo,
Hindi ko pa nakakalaro ko lang.
Ano tayo?
Normal
Gawin
lamang
natin
siya.
next. Nanood ba tayo? Lalaro.
Merkwood.
FM ako, tol, inaantok ako.
FM.
Pwede, Merkwood.
Merkwood muna.
FM.
Basta gusto ko, pumupindot ako, tol.
FM.
Karpi tayo mamaya, Jau ah.
Pindutin mo to.
Ay, putang ina mo, Yowe.
Pindutin mo na yung episode.
Tampal puke.
Itong ina mo.
Jau.
Ano?
Karpi tayo mamaya, darling.
Eh,
Grabe maglaro yung JG, tol. Anong score na ito? 9-0, putang ina. Perfect game sa kanya. 9-0-19.
Then yung best of lane, tol. Uy, gago si din sa akin ni Baby Boy Smith.
Patingin ako ng Smurf, tol.
Secret, hindi ko si John Wick yung pala.
Buhay po.
Tignan ko lang ako, Nick. Ganito mo lang ako mamaya. May fight rush. So.
yung ganyan boses mo, tol.
Tol, parang detective Conan, tol.
Sabi nga, gago.
Ito ng detective.
Grabe.
May ads ba, guys? Wala nga atang ads eh. Yung sa multi-twitch daw yung meron kanina. Tangina mag-multi-twitch lang tayo, Jau.
Tapos,
Tayo magpa-ads, no? Dalawa tayo.
pwede.
GG.
Ako lang makikinabang.
GG na,
Ikaw
GG na.
mataas viewers, saka malaki bayad sa ads.
Tara, Merkwood ko, Merkwood.
Tara. Record mo na.
Markwood?
Oh.
Invite na, invite.
Meron, boss, ko pagkapos mo sa stream. Pero
Invite lang,
multi-twitch
invite.
lang talaga yun, ha?
Invite,
Ngayon,
invite,
wala.
invite mo.
Sige, invite. Sino mag
It's not going to be as smooth sailing there. Regen isn't going to go through as much. No threat of that. Camp Pulse. Won't be any disruptions to JG's build-up. So, looking to, again, just play the laning phase for the economy. Not really looking for kill potential. Aldi doing a great job of just punishing that with his own right-click harass. And it does manage to get does manage to get the block going again in the large camp. So, both camps just staying blocked. creep equilibrium where it's at, feels pretty decent for Savage. Should be had.
Absolutely. That's not yet to be drawn though. Bottom lane, they are getting rather low. Castaway trying to retreat, but he does go down. Jabs able to secure a kill here onto the CM. He got quite low himself on the Enigma, but obviously CDR, not much he can do alone. Does have to leave the Enigma to just walk away and
And a little bit more damage coming out whenever they do manage to catch. Does make it easier to just line up these kills.
chases out. CDR going to try and help out Castaway again, but Castaway taking so much damage, but Jabs also taking a fair bit. Thing is, he had plenty of one charges available. And that'll be another kill set up here by Q onto the CM, and poor old Castaway, he just can't do anything about it. As soon as he gets tossed into Jabs, he's just as good as dead.
Time Walk ready, pinning him down is going to be a pipe dream for Neon. They've got their options open for Aurora to start camping.
They're going to find Castaway again. Poor old Castaway just made the walk of shame back up towards the bay, or rather the lane. Ollie, though, he's the one being chased down now as Bombi has rotated to ensure this can't keep happening. But Q does join the fray to boot. Castaway still trying to find a way of avoiding the damage incoming as Q does finally go down. The CDR able to secure a nice easy pick off onto the Tiny. I say easy, John, it did take quite a few rotations, but they make it work.
That they do. I like this read from Neon, understanding that top lane is not the lane that they need to help out as well. Same thing with Aurora. Set their sights down bot, get as much as possible for CDR to get going here. The mid lane's been the most static lane, although Armel finds a freebie.
Bombi goes down. I believe he was trying to secure the power rune, but just gets chased down here by Armel. Keep in mind, Armel did use pretty much all of his mana. He has a little bit left, and he does have 12 one charges, so it looks like he wants to try and see if he can set up for something. There's 4 heroes here from Aurora to try and force this fight against CDR and Castaway. Castaway's going to just tank the gank by the looks of it here up against Armel. More TP's incoming, but it will not matter. The CM is gone. CDR, however, he is still on the chopping block if they so wish to chase him down. Pings are pretty accurate, so CDR is not out of the woods yet. He's going to run right into Q onto the Tiny. Jabs will turn right back around as well. They will actually force the stun onto the Yak to boot. He needs some help ASAP, but the help is not coming. The help is absolutely not coming as Aurora just throwing numbers at the side of Neon Esports this time around. And it does work out.
It's a little bit slow on the up. Just testing the waters. When it does come down to farming, it does feel pretty good for Neon. It is recovery time for CDR. It's that build-up time for JG. He is going to gun for the full Mage Slayer first, which, considering the magic damage, I suppose is not the worst thing in the world. Chrono?
He's committed. The top lane, they have found themselves JG on the
Black
Mars. In fact,
hole
they
as
even
well?
Black Hole. Just in case, JG will finally die. So that was a Chrono and Black Hole being committed for the Bucks.
I don't mind that as much. I think, considering how slow this game is, if you're figuring...
We'll try. Kind of leaning Savage forward a little bit. Savage being very cautious by that T1, but the Spear is going to land perfectly onto the tree line. Can they just cancel all the opportunities he has to TP away? It seems like they... Oh, Savage does get the time walk off eventually. Bombi's actually the one to go down. And Aurora, they will respond. Savage is still alive. Ken is desperately trying to chase, but misses out on the swash. Aurora, they are going to capitalize quite heavily here as they take down 2. Might even be a 3rd as JG forced to run the old-fashioned way. Looks like eventually is set to fall. Armel will zip forward and JG is as good as dead. Real shame as well, Savage. He was 1 hit away from dying. They never really committed the arena, and that may have been the difference maker.
Yeah, I think going for the spear onto the tree rather than spear onto the arena wall made a big difference there. Just 1 hit from the shield probably would have done it from one of those soldiers on the wall. Miss out on that chance. 1-10. Aurora just dominating this game so far, and that was them taking that fight without the Chrono and without the Black Hole. I think the one thing that Neon has to be really concerned about is trying to hold down Armel this game. Pinning down the Storm is going to be...
Heading over to try and ensure this Mars does die another time. Jabs, break the tree line. Does have Black Hole if he wants it. Chrono is also up. They might just commit these 2 spells again if they really feel like they need it. JG, they definitely won't now. He's just trapped between a rock and a hard place. JG definitely going down. very least, he has bought time for his Alchemist to get the Radiance up. So you are buying plenty of time for CDR, but Aurora certainly having a fantastic time in terms of the kill department. 1 to 11. Only 14 and a half minutes in.
Yeah, it's been slow going for Neon. Just not able to play as aggressively. The mid lane for Ken going a lot slower than I think they'd expect it to be. This timing on the defusal at 14 minutes. Not the timing that we tend to see from a good Pango game. They might be able to chase down Q, but I think he's a little bit too far forward, although.
Jump is there, stun is out. They've got the Tiny, however, Savage going to go for a chrono. Only found one, and it's just going to be the Hoodwink for now with the Black Hole. Jabs, he caught 3 of them. However, he is cancelled off immediately. Jabs will go down. CDR will follow, though. They've got the Alchemist gone. Armel still trying to man up, but he is completely out of mana. He is down. It's Ken. Well, Ken is still between a rock and a hard place himself. He will drop to boot a complete team wipe here for the side of Aurora. And
Next core, you're nowhere near that on the Alch just yet. It's been, again, a slower game. Aurora, they're still lining up top here.
They are. Stun out, Ollie. It's JG. Toss back from Q, stunning up 2 of them, and now Armel just moves in. Taking down the Mars, taking down Bombi. Ollie with a double kill of all people. This game, it just gets worse and worse. And Neon Esports are just unable to do anything. All spells are now up and available once again. Neon Esports desperately trying to get the BKB up on their Alchemist. Jump is there. JG has been caught by Armel. There is heroes smoking over to try and help JG out. But JG, he's forced to drop the arena early. He's got no speed to follow up at CDR. He found Armel. Black Hole. It's been committed on the backside. They do at least find a Pangoli, but that's all they get out of this. Meanwhile, the Chrono, it found 2 targets. CDR, he's forced to run. So is Bombi. They found Armel, but that's about all they're going to get out of this team fight. It's Bombi. Still slowly just dying. We'll go down to Ollie. In CDR, he is not out of the woods yet either. He's still in the jungle. If they chase him down long enough, they will find him. But they may as well just look towards perhaps that tier 2 bottom tower. I say that Q is not done. Q, the avalanche cancel on the Twin Gates usage. CDR still just trying to run. A TP in from the Mars now. JG going to join the fray, but there's just so many heroes around. Oh, Q set up perfectly. Even more value coming out from Aurora. CDR, eventually, he will go down. Although, a nice freezing field and a nice pushback knocking down a couple. No bashes from Savage either onto Castaway, but they've got the CM anyway. It just doesn't matter. JG is still just trying onto Ollie. They'll get the Enchantress down, but can they survive past that? They'll try at least on a Q, but now JG, he will just drop to the damage of this Tiny. It's Ken. Ken is the only man left standing, trying onto Armel, does find the Storm another time, but it's just such an expensive cost. Can he get out? It doesn't look like it, though. He does have another swash in 1. He will commit, but immediately Savage jumping right on top. In fact, there's another. Bombi's not out either, but they will leave him. The respawns are too short. They don't want to risk another fight. So they will not see him. We'll head down south. In fact, never mind. Jabs is eventually going to run into him. Armel will get the vision. JG. You can make the argument he's tanking a gank here for the team, but it just doesn't feel like there's enough gold incoming for this Alchemist to make it that worth it.
No, certainly not. Again, you're at the point where JG is basically at the same farm level as.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Beautiful. The toss back found Castaway again. Poor old Castaway just gonna die another time before the fight even starts. They'll go for the Rolling Thunder. They'll try to Q. In fact, the Chrono now committed. Savage is locking down 2 of them. The Rolling Thunder does absolutely nothing here to the Void. They are still trying to fight this one out, but JG's now being caught. CDR joining the fray, trying to get something done for his team. But everyone is just so split up right now. Even a Black Hole being committed by Jabs. Catching 2 cores. Ken is gone. CDR is gone. It's just a messy, messy engagement. And Neon Esports, they're not calling it yet, but it does seem like it's as good as done this game.
Yeah, it looks pretty cooked for Neon at this point. Aurora, this is the Aurora we were looking for in the last game. Maybe just...
Bombi, he was so close to having the smoke broken, but doesn't go towards the east where the storm was. Ollie. I mean, this is a target they can certainly look towards. Weezingthorn was also committed. Problem is, there's just no damage incoming. Here comes Ken to try and help out. The Ench is still alive, finally going down, but it's going to be at a heavy cost. Castaway's gone. They will try onto the Pango now. CDR is trying to go after Armel. They've gone to the Tiny instead. Q now being targeted here by Bombi, Ken, and CDR. Meanwhile, in the back there, they're going to lose JG on the Mars. It's still not looking like the greatest team fight here for Neon, but they'll try for more. Armel and Jabs dropping low to Ken. Ken desperately trying to secure some kills here, but Armel is just manning up with the damage amp rune. Ken, he'll find one of them. Maybe he can find another here onto Jabs. Maybe he can keep going. But he's out of range now for the swash. Still, it's the best fight they've had in a long time. Neon Esports showing they are not out of the game yet.
This'll come in handy.
The team. They'll head down south towards Ken. Ken's a big target. Zip is there, Vortex is out, and the Pango just cannot survive. Though a nice arena, but no, the bashes coming in from Savage, not allowing the getaway. JG at the very least is able to get himself out of there. But now, though Armel is still chasing, you don't even have arena to fight with either. It's just such a tough scenario now. It's Q jumping in again, gets a nice toss back on a Bombi, and Bombi is just deleted. CDR. But he breaks the Lincolns of Savage, but that's about all he does. It's AURORA through the bottom lane, they'll go into the mid. There is still a T2 tower standing at that top lane, but Castaway. It's kind of the thing with Q Tiny, right? Like it's a hero you can't give this man. He's just too damn good.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a nice little play to try to steal. He's just going to try to go for his own basher and hope for the best in the middle, but Roshan set to respawn. Roche control with AURORA. Neon is still hanging around the area around Roche here, though.
They certainly are. Arena down, but 23 Savage. He gets the BKB off in time, and now the Chrono, it does catch one. It is the Pangolier being caught in that Chrono, just on the edge. Meanwhile, JG, caught again on the Mars, is going to go down. Roshan completely available. They don't want that though, they want more kills, and they're going to fight Bombi. Trying for the TP play out will not make it. Q will take a double kill on the Tiny. Just where does it end?
It should end here. With his Aegis, I don't know how you hold high ground on the side of Neon. You should still have time to respawn here for Ken, but that is a really heads-up Chrono with a secondary life. I don't know if you can manage it.
I mean, it's going to be pretty tough. We'll see what Neon can do. They are still holding on to this game number 2. Up in, Ollie is going to be the target though. JG misses out on the God's Rebuke immediately. Savage, more than happy to jump in. Armel's there as well, and Q with the setup again. 3 down immediately for Neon Esports. Jabs even finding the Pang on the side. Just commits the black hole. Ken, he does at least buy some space for CDR, but not much space. CDR still being chased here by Q. GG's called. They have seen enough. AURORA, they will secure game number 2, forcing us to a game 3 of this best 3 series. And I'll say it again, John.
You do have some options, trying to slow them down and run off, which...
A fight over the Lotus Pool down at this bot lane. JG has managed to pick it up. Savage can take a bit of damage on the way out, though JG does lose his courier. Does lose something for that Lotus. Seems like he's having a pretty good time against this Luna, though, for now. JG not really struggling too much. Savage playing very on edge as well. Doesn't want to get skewed back too far. Was Bombi looking to stack up as many Shadow Poisons as possible. Was Castaway in danger, is going to go down. Jabs able to pick up first blood, though can he survive the damage output of CDR now? Oh, that's a great snowball from Q. He's going to bide the space. So Ollie does also go down to the bottom lane, and with nothing is really found here for Neon at the top. Bombi maybe just never even had the chance to walk into that triangle and actually see that there's wards there just blocking them off. Who the hell knows? But for now, it looks like they are just going to be left to expire eventually on their own. Because I suppose one way to deal with them, John, just let them expire. You, Castaway. Nice little wild wicket trick up towards the north. Jabs. Still in trouble now. He's going to be chased down by CDR, and he is gone. It's a very nice hurricane committed by Castaway to ensure they could not...
Allows him to try to play aggressive with that early 6. Wants to be able to find Q before the Wisdom Runes come in.
You don't have chains, though. I mean, maybe he could just stick around this area and secure that Wisdom Rune. There's going to be a lot of time being used up for this. More rotations probably going to be incoming as well from Aurora if they feel like they need it. Ken has indeed chosen to stick around. He'll go for a chase onto Jabs. Jabs going to go for the link out and will immediately be broken. Jabs, oh boy, he could be in danger, but here comes Armel. They're at the CDR. CDR already losing so much of his HP pool, but they are going to lose Jabs. The Wisdom Rune will be left, though. No, never mind, it won't be Ken. He's going to try and swipe it away, but Q does pick it up. Gets the start off. It may cost his life, but they found both Wisdom Runes. In fact, here comes Ollie, just ensuring they get something for their trouble. They'll take down Bombi. Ken still on the run, trying to TP away, is going to make it up.
Bot lane for JG to just clear out and farm up. So they'll be able to find a tier 1 tower. Top will be shoved in by Aurora in response, but they've got time to kind of go back there for the defense if they wished on Neon's end.
They may. At the very least, Castaway is going to use the twin gates to fly through. He's feeling confident after that last engagement. Castaway's going to find Ollie in the tree line. Zip in from Armel to ensure that they will lose Castaway. Like CDR also getting caught in the shards of Q, but Q not able to lock him down long enough. In fact, now the snowball to go past the Ursa. The Ursa going to be perfectly fine. In fact, now they've gone a bit too far. Q maybe dragging his team into the depths. Although nice Earth Spike out, catching CDR. CDR's down. The RP though. JG locking a couple down, but it won't matter. They don't have the damage. Not without the Ursa, they don't. JG is gone.
But they do see Ken sneaking around here as well. So it's a little bit of a tougher angle, but that fresh blink on JG, he wants to get that RP going.
Ken's going to be just fine to avoid the initial Earth Spike. We'll move up again. Armel in a position to just try and jump the backline if he needs to, and he will. Looking for JG on the Magnus, not allowing the blink in for the RP. Ken will just retreat back now as they're going to jump in on Bombi, but Bombi will get the disruption off for now. Eventually though, Bombi should just die, as JG is still unable to get the blink off for the RP, so we'll go for the skewer instead, fighting 2 targets, but where's the damage? Oh, there's no damage! CDR, he wasn't prepped for that. He wasn't ready to jump in. They are still going to go for the fight, but it seems as though Aurora are well and truly in a position to go for this fight now. They'll chase that cast. Oh, never mind! CDR, he annihilates Jabs, but it costs him his own life. Ollie was ready with the finger. So you get the offlane Razor, but it's at the cost of your Ursa. It's not going to feel too good.
Doesn't care for BKB's either. And outside of RP, you still have Demonic Purge as well. So it's the impact of Razor. It's going to be harder to measure. Roshan opened up, as you tend to see with Ursa drafts as well, and it's not going to take him too long to find that. Neon setting up for a pretty good time into the mid game here, 20 minutes in. They can keep forcing this pressure out.
I mean, they certainly can. Neon in a prime position here to take this game number 3 as Jabs again has been caught. JG, perfect skew out on the Razor. They want more. Ken, he's having a hunt around, though he barely misses out on finding Armel with the chains. Still, you see this Razor, he just can't survive.
They can utilize that additional farm. Neon trying to prevent that.
Armel, he will see the smoke broken on JG. Zips away. CDR is actually on the chase here. Armel completely out of mana now. Going to try and go for perhaps the Lotuses, but no, has to leave it. He has no way out. He'll zip one more time, but that was the Soaring committed. Oh, he zipped right past CDR. Probably had a heart attack once he did it too. Just knowing he was screwed after that.
They've got Blink RP set to go. They've still got 9-second BKBs on both of their cores that farmed it. On the Ember, on the Mag, heck, even CDR as well. So, long duration BKB set to go. RP set to go. If they catch Armel again, that should be the opening they need to have the confidence to rip into tier 2s.
For now, Neon is just going to sit back and keep the farm going. Thing is, CDR's almost got a basher up. It feels like once the basher's up, then you're in huge danger against the Ursa, because it only takes one bash. It's all he requires, a Savage. RP is out, JG's caught the big one. He has got the big target. Savage is going to try and BKB through this, but it means nothing. It meant nothing. CDR now looking for the team fight, that the buybacks are incoming. Ollie to join the fray once again. Bombi may just go down. CDR also to go. In fact, they'll even find Armel, but it's still a decent fight here for the side of Aurora. Is Ken dropping low, but JG! JG with a 3-man skew around. Jabs is gone. Holy! He just set up perfectly for Ken.
They cannot give
There's
JG...
no buyback. Yep.
Needs buyback, Mike. You don't need buyback if you just don't die. That's
right.
a big brain play.
That is a fair point.
Yeah. You don't need BKB if you don't get stunned, you know?
That's true. A loss for John X Fire. Jabs.
The best defense is a good offense, Mike.
Thank you, John. Jabs gonna find Castaway. Oh, Jabs! Gets jumped by CDR. Now the RP comes out! Oh, JG's caught a couple. Jabs will go down. Still, they do find themselves Ken on the Ember. Ken will survive for now, though needs a way out of this situation with the BKB. He'll just run. He'll run the old-fashioned way. Q will go down to the task. Ken is still running. He'll jump right back in. Jumps right back out. In fact, he's full HP again.
Got the cheese.
Ember, he can just keep going. The cheese was eaten. Is Ken? Ken remnant back towards the east. Meanwhile, Jabs needs to get the hell out of there. 20C Savage wants to keep the fight going here on the Luna. Armel is gone again. Ken is still dancing around them all together as Savage. Savage, has he gone too far? I think he may have. He needs to go for the team fight, or rather just a man fight, I think. But he is gone. No buyback available, John X Fire. Meanwhile,
He thought he didn't need it.
they're on to Ken still. Ken is still not dead. Ken is still going. Somebody tell Ken the fight's over. CDR. He's got 2 lives available for the next 4 minutes. It's kind of hard for him to be afraid, but he is going to be hesitant. Play it safe. Back off for now. Chains out on to Q. In fact, they'll get a nice 4-star off. Who the hell was that? Somebody 4-star Q out of the base. Armel's going to jump in. He'll try onto the supports, but nobody's taking damage yet. He'll try onto Savage. Now Savage will get caught by an RP. They are still trying to get through his HP pool. CDR's right on top though, and now the chains out Ken. He will lock him down again. No buyback available for the Luna. Can Armel do it? Can Armel hold for his team? CDR very low, trying to go further. May just lose the Aegis here. It seems as though Neon in the meantime, they smell blood in the water. They want to go for the jugular.
This is their opening. They know Savage has no buyback. They know there's no buybacks at all on Aurora. They're going to be forced to play defensive. There's no way Armel can try to play offensively with no secondary life. It's going to be the Mega Creeps coming out in rather short fashion in Neon. I mean, this is just quite the start for Neon in the closed qualifiers for ESL 1 Birmingham. Taking one game off of Aurora would have been a big story enough on its own, but taking a series as well? Oh man.
It's something I don't think many people are expecting, but it's certainly happening right now. They're waiting for Q to come up. Q does have the axe, so you do have the kick back into the fountain. That's pretty much the only play left, I think. Armel's going to jump in. They'll try for the kickback onto the Ember, but it's not quite far enough. So they do have the side device set up here from Armel, but it's just doing not enough damage, not enough control. And now Armel, he's just trapped up. He will at least get back to the fountain, though barely. 13 more seconds for Savage. The game is not over. Back to the Megas, boys. There's still one range rack standing. In fact, Aurora, they're going to try and hold out. Ken is down. That is a dieback on the Ember. Hold on a gosh darn minute. They did not take Megas. They left the range barracks. Oh, Castaway's caught out now. Castaway's gone.
Oh boy, Neon.
Oh, there's 216 HP on that range rack.
If they do force this out on the side of Aurora.
Oh, RP's out.
There you go.
They've got Savage. They have got Savage again. He's going to try and BKB through this one.
Snowball
the Snowball will save. Q buys a bit more time. Maybe Savage can get out of there. The 4-star away. He's going to make it. He is going to make it. The Bombi. Bombi catches them with disruption, but it's not enough. Savage, he is still perfectly fine. He will move back into the tier 3 tower.
What a bash.
Oh, bashes out. CDR still trying. Does get Armel. Savage going to try and back his way out. It's too late though. He is down, but he'll buy back again. They've got to go for the all-in play, it seems.
Aegis expired?
Aegis does expire. Savage has to walk up the old-fashioned way. Castaway in the meantime has been caught. It'll be another hero down by the seams of it, though. No, he does end up bouncing away. But they've got the Luna behind them. If they do need it. Still, they are going to back their way up as we have another damage amp room.
Still, it's a little bit of a tricky one to still try to pierce that high ground. Respawn time isn't that long on Neon. And the creep wave not close enough to instantly threaten AURORA. This is their opening, though. Need to force something out, but it's a risk if Savage dies now.
Savage, he could die now. CDR going to jump in with the enrage pop, immediately trying to go after Cupid. No, he wants jabs first with the Razor. In fact, he's getting kited very, very hard. Snowball's going to come out onto the Ursa. That was a Lotus Orb usage. CDR, he's dropping low. CDR is gone, but he'll buy back. The Ursa is back into the fight. Savage now dropping low. There goes Jabs. Savage needs a way out. In comes Ollie to save the day. He'll hex up the Ember. Ken is still alive. Ken is still alive.
Oh my god.
He will get his way out. Savage, he will also survive for the time being. Meanwhile, Ollie will go down. There's only one hero left. It is only Savage against the world. And the chase is on. Savage, he will barely TP away. But how do you hold the bait? Secure the Mega Creeps this time around. Onto the tier 4 towers. Glyph will be forced. 15 seconds for Armel to be back. 15 seconds, it just feels too long. There's a buyback now, Jabs. Finally gets it on cooldown. RP was completely with you, JG. Just going to go after the Ancient, and it's just completely exposed. This game is over. Neon Esports, they have pulled off the upset. Up against AURORA, finding a 2-1 victory. I can't